But no neutral is one more option of quite a unique option of a controller which supports HomeKit and does not require neutral wire, and will suit this kind of users as well. So we did have a stream about this switch with all the possible use cases, so starting from the lights, automations, like bathroom exhaust and so on. So and now we keep selling this product, and this product slowly becomes more and more popular, which is amazing because it is quite a high-end solution, I can say. So it does support Zigbee 3.0. This is quite a rare case for now, but of course, starting from last year, we started to develop our Zigbee 3.0 product line. So it has some improvements in terms of protocol stability, compatibility, and so on. I will explain it a bit later. So we did switch to this new protocol. This protocol, Zigbee 3.0, actually not much different from the new protocol, which is called Thread. So okay, welcome everyone who just joined us using one more stream. But for our older sensors, which are here, so sensors such as, for example, wireless controllers as well. So vibration sensor, temperature humidity sensor, a door window sensor, water leak sensor, cube, wireless mini switch, they do support Zigbee version 1.2. The difference is not big, and all of these devices are supported by our newest hubs, such for example as G2H. Okay, all the hubs which will be released a bit later. So there is no problem, no need to check like what kind of versions of the protocol is there, because the actual logic of work is basically the same. Okay, and this switch was the first Zigbee 3.0 product we launched on international market. So this was for the US and Canada. Obviously, this kind of switch only suits these countries, because countries like Europe, the wall switch standard is a bit different. However, so for now, we keep selling the switch, 4 versions. So one more time. One option is like no neutral or with neutral, and second difference is one or single or double rocker. So and even if you buy a double rocker, actually you can use one of these buttons as a wireless switch, which is one of the features of Aqara Home app, which is kind of amazing because actually you don't have to hardwire both of these channels in case you only have one light in your wall box where you want to install this kind of switch. Okay, this was one more okay stream for us. Okay, this is the switch. The light is connected, so we connected it into our ecosystem and can use in automations. I'll show you a bit later when some more people will join us using the streams. Okay, and later this year, we have quite great plans in terms of live streams. So each time we launch our new products on American market and later European market as well, we'll have separate streams for each of our new product batches. For example, one batch of new products with some hubs and one more sensor will happen a bit later, so around April or May. At the same time, we will certainly have a live stream which will cover these products. I will tell you more about these products, and you will be able to check if you did them. Okay, later we'll have much more interesting plans, some more controllers, some more hubs, some more camera hub, and even more. So I can say stay tuned. At the same time, one more part of these streams will be about the use cases and some interesting things you can do with our products. So, because, you know, in terms of smart home, there is a problem that the majority of people, we did check the data actually, majority of our users and any kind of users, I think, do not know about many of the use cases and many things you can do with smart home products. So usually, the most popular feature of smart home products, especially controllers, is to use them and control them by voice, which is not that interesting from my perspective. So I can say that the most interesting thing about the smart home is obviously the automations, which means when you come home, everything should just work by itself. No need to ask someone, some assistant, like wait for the response, like check the status, just it should work, period. So this is the highest level of the smart home, and I think we are providing quite a good solution for this kind of automation stuff. However, of course, the problem now, not only with us, but with any other smart home ecosystem, is that for the majority of users to configure this kind of automations is quite hard. So for me, it was hard as well. So I did learn for quite a long time how to configure this quite complicated, sophisticated automations. Now, of course, I know how to do it, but I perfectly understand that this is not for everyone. That's why I'll try to explain some of unobvious or more sophisticated use cases and automations you can do using our products or using the systems our products do support. Okay, probably we can move on to the vibration sensor use cases and the topic of today's video. Once again, please feel free to ask any kind of questions about our products and like our situation in the comments on the platforms we are currently streaming. So all the questions are welcome. When enough questions are like in the comments, we will just answer right away. So okay, let's get started with the topic of this stream file. Okay, once again, the topic of the stream is vibration sensor, and it's more or less like obvious and unobvious use cases. So we use Aqara G2H as a hub. At the same time, we use this. Oh, this is one of the automations. We use our Aqara hub as a RGB light, so that we can see the status of this sensor. I did configure several automations to express the use cases of the sensor. So let's stay tuned. Yeah, this is a hub. So this sensor connects to G2H camera hub. And later, the controller also connects to G2H camera hub. So in case the automations are executed, this sensor sends the signal to G2H camera hub, and this G2H camera hub sends the signal to our wall switch, for example, or this hub as a controller. Okay, so what is special about this sensor? So as I have said, the purpose of this sensor is not that obvious. Although we do suggest several quite simple use cases right away. But first, let me talk about the selling points of this product. Okay, first of all, I can say like all of other Zigbee sensors made by Aqara, this sensor does have 2-year battery life, which is very long especially compared with some Wi-Fi sensors, which do require some big batteries and still do not work for the battery for such a long time period. So the battery here is just like CR2032. This is a very small battery, which when disposed will not harm the environment as much as, for example, the big batteries such as AA or AAA battery. This is a difference, but still using Zigbee, this power efficient technology, this sensor can last for more than 2 years, which is quite amazing. Okay. Cases to detect mailbox, and for example, it doesn't trigger, so you can simply go and tune the sensitivity to higher one, and as a result, you will be able to get all the notifications you actually want. Okay, so we have one more comment right here in YouTube. So Mark is asking, is it possible to use H1 switch EU version on China server? Yes, it's possible to use the H1 EU wall switch or wireless switch. Yeah, I think it's wall switch. Yeah, on China server, no problem. Compared to Miho, for example, we do not have regional blocks. So if the product does comes out on some international market, for example, US or Europe, in this case, you still can use these products on China server, although it doesn't make much sense. Yeah, we understand that many people have many Chinese versions of our products, but we let them just use the Chinese server for some time because, of course, the responsiveness of Chinese server is much worse compared to our local servers, such as EU or US servers. So in the future, we'll be able just to get our officially sold hubs, such as G2H, camera hub or L1S, whatever hub, and later you will be able just to switch from Chinese server to the European server using the officially supported versions of Aqara products, international versions. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going and explaining about the vibration sensor. So, okay, and of course, this sensor is built upon ZigBee protocol of version 1.2. Once again, not much difference from the newest version of 3.0, which is very close to Thread, for example. So it does allow very good battery life of 2 years, as they have already said. At the same time, the responsiveness and the reliability of this connection is very high. So why? Because, for example, even in case the internet connection goes down, the automations keep working. This is a key point of ZigBee Smart Home, because some Wi-Fi devices, they do not have this feature. They connect to the cloud command in case this sensor is triggered. And this is not very convenient because who knows what can happen in case of like no connection to the internet. So when your security system goes down, or in case your automation don't work anymore, in case of no connection, it just is not very advanced, I think. Okay, keep going. So battery life, I already explained. One more use case for this sensor is actually security. So you have a Aqara Security Guard in the Aqara Home app. You can open the main tab. We have a new version, by the way, a new icon, which was requested by the users so much. So here we have a special alarm system zone. And in this alarm system, you can configure 3 of our different alarm modes. So which ones? Home guard, awake guard, night guard. So you can edit any of them, turn it on, turn it off. No problem. As a result, you can tune each of these modes precisely. So you can check which devices are triggered by this alarm modes. For example, you can just choose the door window sensor, or just choose the vibration sensor. So in case the vibration sensor is triggered, all the hubs will start like sounding the alarm, and at the same time you'll get notifications. Everything is configurable here in this menu. Yeah, and as I said, the vibration sensor is just one of the sensors which can participate in this alarm system very easily. Okay, let me turn it off. Yeah. Okay, and this is one of the main use cases, simple use cases of this sensor. So how can you use this sensor? First of all, of course, you can put it in some, for example, some window or some door, so that in case the glass is broken or someone just tries something like this. Okay, supposed to be an automation. So this is okay. You can see the light is triggered. So I did configure a small automation to showcase this. Okay, and this will be one of the components of the security system I just have shown you. So along with motion sensors that detects obviously motion, so door window sensors, which are simple contact sensors, and any other like devices such as G2H as well, which is a surveillance device, the home security camera. And you will be able to configure this kind of like simple and subscription-free security system. And this can be one of the parts. At the same time, you can put the sensor in some cabinet so that in case, you see, it's like lighting up every time because of the automation. So let's wait it to turn off first. Okay, it's off. So let's say, for example, you put it in some cabinet or some kind of drawer. In case the drawer is moved, so cabinet is open. In this case, you just get it. Go to the accessory tab of Aqara Home app, and you open the vibration sensor. There is a point which is called locks. Yeah, so these are like smart locks, and let's wait it to load up. And here you will you will see all the events which are associated with our vibration sensor. So these three types of events, let me explain. So the first one, and these events are also working in automation. So one option is the fall is detected. Fall, you see immediately red means fall is detected. Or blue, because okay, this is one of the events which is noted by the sensor, detected by the sensor. So fall is detected. One option. One more is tilt is detected. Let's say you put it in some pictures or something like this, so that if someone is moving this kind of picture or any kind of thing which can be moved or tilted, this sensor will note. For example, like this, you see blue color. So this is tilt is detected. So blue color, I did configure it by myself. So in case you configure automations by yourself, you will be able to configure whatever you want. You can sound a barking ringtone for the Aqara Hub or G2H. You can start recording on G2H as well, so that you will see when the sensor was triggered. So, and many other options. Okay, and one more thing is vibration is detected. So let's test it as well. So 3 different triggers for this sensor. The vibration, for example, someone is, oh, okay, so this is the yellow color, which means the vibration is detected. So no problems here. The reaction is almost instantaneous, and of course you will be noted in these logs. So in the future, like after it was triggered, you can check in the car home map when exactly it was and how many times it was actually triggered. So we have some comments. Oh, so many comments. Let me answer the comments first. Okay, why motion sensor, those sensors not supposed to Apple HomeKit? Are supposed not compatible with HomeKit, which means in case you have some Aqara Hub or M2 Aqara Home Map, there will be a problem to add this device to HomeKit. So no problem, they are supported to HomeKit. As I have already said, all of these devices are supported in HomeKit except for the Cube. Although this Cube also has some workarounds, but this is another topic. Okay, next question. I have a phone automation with vibration sensor mounted to my desk chair. When you sit in the chair, my desk light. Yes, this is a really good option. So Jerry, welcome back, Jerry. I remember you. So yes, this is one of the use cases I wanted to explain as well. So presence detection for this sensor. Yeah, thank you for sharing. What is the promotion code? Okay, let me explain. Let me explain a bit later. I'll stop and explain the promotion code and the promotion of today a bit later, okay? So one more comment. You guys should integrate the light sensor and the motion sensor to the HomeKit. Okay, yes, I know this kind of problem. So unfortunately for now, we cannot do it, but in the future we'll have, hopefully we'll have a new product which has the same functionality, and this product should have the integration of a light sensor into HomeKit. So no worries, you will get a sensor in the future, hopefully later this year. One more, and make the iPad version more useful. I also have iPad at home. I don't know why we haven't done it yet, and I do push this kind of feature, and hopefully a bit later this year it will be available. They already started the acceptance of this feature. So of course we will support that for sure. What is the new product of Aqara? So it depends on the market. So today is not the topic of the new products. Next time we'll have a stream which is about our new products for the American markets. Okay. So of course for this year, as I have already said, we have a plan of quite many products. So some sensors, like usually, some controllers, quite unique ones, one more camera hub, more hubs, and more. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, so let's move on regarding the vibration sensor. So I did show you different kind of triggers for this sensor. So one is like tilting, like this. Okay. One more is dropping, red color. One more is vibrations. Sensitivity is set to high, so which means in case you have some vibration, this hub will light up using the color I wanted it to light up. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, you see, now it works. not immediately. But anyways, even if there is a small delay in this kind of action, you will get a notification and you will get this event to appear in the logs. So no worries. Okay, so keep going on. And now we will switch to some less obvious use cases of this sensor. So we did have some posts about these use cases on Reddit at the same time in our previous community. And people were suggesting the use cases. And when you just ask our fans or users, how would you use the sensors, the majority of unobvious or interesting use cases will appear about this little sensor. Not just motion sensor or door window sensor, because there is quite clear how to use them, but using the vibration sensor. So let's have some kind of. First of all, some quite an obvious one is about the elderly care. So actually, elderly care is something we do care about as well. And actually, one of our users does use this sensor to detect if some elderly of him, so some relative of him, to detect the falling down cases for him. So this is quite important. So in case this person falls down, which may be very dangerous, in this case, the sensor will immediately send a notification to his mobile phone, or just trigger any kind of alarms on the hub and so on. I think this is a good use cases, and it's good that it can be used, especially at home when you put several hubs, and this sensor is continuously inside the Zigbee network. In this case, you can simply track this kind of events, check when it happens, and just go and help the person in case so the fall down event can happen. So this is one of these less obvious use cases. Of course, we don't market it so much, but still it is being used by our users, which means it is a viable use case. Okay, one more question. Let me answer. What about outdoor cameras? Any plans? So for now, if you have checked Reddit or HomeKit News, we have a user research, and this user research has some giveaway insight as well. And there we do ask some questions about the features of outdoor cameras. So you can just open this kind of link, just search like Aqara Reddit, for example, or HomeKit Reddit, or a HomeKit News website, and you will find this kind of link, and you will be able to answer this question about battery camera as well. So this is one of the products from our midterm plan, let's say, and this is something we are thinking about. So for sure, it will be some product like this. Okay, let me move on. One more quite an interesting use case, which was discussed a lot in all of the communities on Reddit, on our previous community, not only, is to use this sensor with a washing machine. For example, let's say there is a washing machine, and what does it do when it's working? Actually, it's obviously vibrating. So the idea of the users is to understand, for example, if you forgot to hang the clothes after the washing machine was finished. So this is quite a pain for many users, including myself. So how can you do it for a car? Right now, you only can do it using, for US, for example, using this vibration sensor. However, unfortunately, Aqara Home app does not support this kind of functionality. However, if you use HomeKit, you go to HomeKit and connect the sensor to HomeKit, which is quite easy option. It will appear on this page, and as a result, you will be able to use the sensor with some third-party apps. I will not say the names of these apps, but everybody knows about them. So these apps do allow to configure some more sophisticated automations, such as, for example, when no vibration was detected for, let's say, 10 minutes, then something. And this is where this sensor can be used with washing machines. So yes, it's a bit not out of the box. And in the future, we are planning to implement these kind of features for our system and have some other products which can address this kind of use case as well. But for now, only third-party systems. The same can be done by Home Assistant, which is loved by many of our product users, not only our product users, obviously, yeah. And this will make this automation just possible. One more option for European users of us is to use our small relay T1 single switch and use the feature of power automations to detect when the washing machine is off. At the same time, you can use the door window sensor from our brand washing machine after the laundry is done. And after that, you can send a notification to your mobile phone that you haven't hung the clothes. As a result, yeah, you will never forget to do it. At the same time, there is one more use case which also is suitable for this washing machine detection. So you just have a smart dehumidifier, put it in the bathroom, and this kind of dehumidifier is turned on to its maximum power mode in case you washed clothes, which means every time you hang the clothes after the laundry is done, the dehumidifier will turn on automatically and will make the air in bathroom, for example, very dry, so that you can dry the clothes without like particular dryer, which is quite amazing as well. One more use cases. For now, it only can be done in Mi Home because not many systems have dehumidifiers like that. But I hope in the future we can do something like this as well. Okay, so please look at my okay. Please note that you can ask us questions in the comments and I'll answer them right away once we have several comments there. Okay, I move on to some other use cases. And let me stop and announce the deals we have right now for the US Amazon and our Aqara official brand store. So why do we have the G2H camera hub right now here? And not only because we want to connect this sensor to our ecosystem, but also because we have a discount, special discount on the US Amazon. So what about Canada? No, okay, just US Amazon for now. So we have a deal, this camera hub, which is even without the deal, one of the best options in terms of complete secure video camera. Okay, so the code is Aqara G2H, Aqara G2H. So maybe we can put it somewhere in the comments, already put it, so no problem, just check it. So this discount, we will make the price of G2H camera hub discounted by total of 25% off, which is quite a substantial. Okay, and this discount starts tomorrow from March 3rd, right? Yeah, and we'll finish March 7th. So quite a long discount. So you can check and decide if you need this kind of camera hub, which connects all of our sensors and controllers together, supports HomeKit secure video, and is a good solution to start your smart home, especially to start your smart home with the car. Okay, keep explaining about the vibration sensor. This was the use case about the washing machine or dryer, which keeps vibrating and stops vibrating after the laundry is done. And next one is the knock controller. So basically, maybe not in every system and every well. However, in case you place it carefully enough, you will be able to make this kind of controller. At least you will be able to make the notifications on your car home app in case someone is knocking this kind of vibration sensor. Okay, one more is about the mailbox. Okay, this is quite a popular use case, and I have seen many users sensors. So how do they do this kind of easy notification? So they're outside or just on top of their door. They put the sensor inside. You can put it very easily because it has a sticker. It's like, oh, this means that the tilt was detected. And after you put it inside, every time some mail is arriving on the inside your mailbox, as a result, you will get notification in the car home app, or you can trigger your hub to sound some kind of ringtone, which is quite easy. And this is something which really works. So here is the use case of our vibration sensor. One more really funny use case which I did found already was about the presence detection. This is something Jerry did say, did tell us before. So his use case was about the gaming chair. So here I should stop and explain that, of course, not every chair is compatible. to be able to use it with vibration sensor, you have to have some kind of chair which has some soft suspension, let's say. So because in case the chair is hard, in this case you just can sit and nothing will vibrate or wobble there. So as a result, you will not get any kind of automations triggering from that. But in case you have some gaming chair or some kind of sofa or something like that, you can use it as a presence detector, quite a reliable one actually. So, and the funny use case, which was suggested by one of our users, was about the bed presence detection. So how is it used? And I did use it, and it works as well. So you just put this underneath the bed, and it's completely invisible, so that basically you can check if everybody does something on your bed when you are not at home. So you can check, like, you can think about, like, in which cases you might need this kind of automation, but some people might certainly need it to know what's actually happening at home without exposing the camera, because this sensor, once again, is completely invisible if it's put underneath the bed. All the vibrations will be detected, will be logged in a Aqara home map. So we have this kind of logs. I did already show you these logs. So you can check the dates and all the events of triggering these sensors. For example, here we have so many events, right? So every minute we were doing something with the sensor, and everything is certainly noted and stored in your account storage. Okay, so basically it was the bad and cheating detection automation, which was suggested by our users. Okay, one more question for our Mark. Is there any chance to buy RGB LED controller? So for international market, unfortunately not. We don't have this kind of product yet, and I don't know about any plan regarding it in the nearest future. However, you always can check some cross-border channels if you really want to get this kind of product. Although we do suggest you maybe to use some other products for this kind of use case, but unfortunately we don't have it right now. Okay, we have some more funny use cases for the Aqara Vibration Sensor. But first, I'll repeat once again that on US Amazon, our G2H camera hub does have a special discount. So this discount will starting from tomorrow, which is like March 3rd in the US, and will end by the end of March 7th. And the discount will make the price down by 25%, which is one of the highest discounts. 24. Already started. Okay. Anyways, it's already started. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't check the time correctly. Anyways, we have this discount. It is active, and feel free to use it and check. Okay. So one more funny use case for the vibration sensor, which was suggested by one more of our users, was about woodpecker protection, which is interesting. So woodpecker, you know, like in some of the countries, woodpeckers are one of the quite big problems. So I did see some videos where woodpeckers are just terrorizing the people's homes. So they just fly and start doing stuff like this. And in case your wall is made out of metal, in this case, the sound is just horrible. It looks like some kind of gun expiring. And vibration sensor, theoretically, can also be used to detect this kind of woodpeckers and probably turn on the alarms, such as, for example, the ringtones of Aqara hubs here. Although I'm not sure this is a real use case, but it did sound quite funny, and we did see the excitement of the users about this kind of use case. Okay, and this is kind of amazing. So if someone did try actually to use this kind of sensor for woodpecker protection, in this case, you're welcome to just share with the real setup, which will be obviously shared using our channels. Okay, so I think that's all for Aqara Vibration Sensor use cases. Once again, it has 3 different actions here. These actions can trigger automation, such as, for example, this one. You see, tilt or drop, the drop. So the hub will light up as it is configured inside the Aqara home app. Yeah, you can use it in different places, such as cabinets, cardboards, or to stick it on top of your window, so that in case the window is broken, you will get notified and everything will get locked. And one more small use case is about our G2H camera hub. So G2H camera hub has quite a unique feature, which is called correlation events. So what does it mean? Correlation events means that in our Aqara Home app, on G2H page, there is a timeline of the video, and in the timeline, you are able to check when each of your sensors, which are connected to G2H or to Aqara Home app, were triggered. So on the timeline, you will be able to see each part and each moment of triggering each of your sensors and skip the video between them, so that you will see exactly what happened. For example, you have a vibration, let's say you have some cabinet located in the field of view of the G2H camera. You will just see the single event, like who actually opened this cabinet, and everything will be saved and accessible very easily. The same can be done with any of our car sensors, such as, for example, door window sensor, motion sensor, and so on. And this is called correlation events. And this is to implement this feature, you only need the Aqara G2H camera hub and our sensors. That's all. You don't need any other hub. Okay, that's all for correlation events. So once again, there is a last chance to ask us questions. But in case not right now, no problem. Next time you will be able to ask some more questions. So let me repeat the information about the promotion of G2H, which is up to 25% right now on the US Amazon. And this promotion will keep following until March 7th. Okay, and for our next stream plans, we have some new products planned to be released on the US. I think we will have even more announcements for Europe as well, so please stay tuned. So different streams, we'll have approximately one stream per month, and later we'll have even come streams even more frequently, which is amazing, right? So, and of course, next time we'll have the giveaways. But for today, we have our user survey, like quarterly user survey, and feel free to find a link to the survey on our Aqara Reddit or some other sources. It depends when this kind of news will be released. Okay, and we have one more question. I'll answer this question and we will be able to stop. Okay, so the question is, when will we have outdoor sensor and wireless camera like you? We need some products for exterior. Yes, of course, we know it. And you can once again check our, we do ask the users about some features of outdoor cameras as well. So more people answer this question, we have more proofs to accelerate the development of these kind of cameras. So feel free to answer, and of course you will have a chance to participate in giveaway in case you answer this kind of question. Okay, I think that's all. Let's look forward for meeting next time on this kind of live stream about our new products, which will have a giveaway like before, but not like today. And once again, thank you for your attention. I hope we will see you more frequently in the future, and we'll have much more products for different markets. And you will be happy with this product in the next. It was Philip from Aqara and our live streams.